Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Growing Up Hip Hop Season 4, Episode 5. I'm like, OMG, Boogie had me going up and down on this roller coaster. Like, whoa. And then, you had to have Bree come in and take you off that roller coaster with her mess. And then we have Angela and Vanessa. And Vanessa feels like Angela is just dissing and don't want to be bothered. Seems like Angela don't want to work with her brothers and sisters. Is that what it is? Or Angela's tired of having her family members hang on her coattail? I don't know, but it seems like it's getting ugly. And damn, when that intervention was something else. When Damon Dash said that Boogie lives over a bar. Like, come on, he's an alcoholic. Why is he living over a bar? That's just like a custody living under a drug dealer. Like, that don't make no sense. That's like just crazy. And then, do you really think that Boogie went to rehab because Damon Dash told him he wasn't going to be on the show anymore, and that was his only bread and butter, so that's why he went to rehab? I was like, damn. And then Boogie feels like Dame doesn't really love him, or Dame doesn't got his back, and he feels like his relationship with him and his father is like an employee, supervisor, boss employee relationship. And you get that from Dame, because even Bree mentioned it, that Boogie is so sensitive, and Dame is just all in your face. And if you listen to any of Dame Dash old interviews, or interviews with the Breakfast Club or with the Drink Champs or Tariq Nasheed, he talks about how busy, how like he was a boss, like he would go into the record exec office and wreak havoc. If you listen to any of the artists talk about how they love Damon Dash because they would never get ripped off, like he would go into these exec meetings and go into these record labels and just wreak havoc. And I think he wreaks havoc on Boogie. And Boogie is just so sensitive. Like, he's the type of child that just needs love. He needs you to be understanding. He needs you to hug him. He needs you to kiss him. He needs you to hold his hand. He's just that type of child. And I also think that Boogie feels that he can't compete with his father. Like, he's never going to be anything like his father. He's not going to be a Rockefeller. He's not going to be a record exec. He's not going to be handling multi-million deals. That's how Boog feels. Like, he's always in his father's shadow. I guess he wants to have his own thing, but he just doesn't know how to do it. So I was just like, damn. And then they talk about Boogie being all drunk and all messed up. I'm like, damn, they just spreading his business all out here. Did you hear Boogie say, like, oh, my dad said our business is supposed to be private, but yet he tells everybody my business? Like, come on, what's up with that? And then Boogie was calling his peoples out. He called his stepmother. I was like, oh, you crying now? The cameras come on, look at the tears flow. I was like, Boogie, you wrong for that. Boogie, you wrong. Boogie was going in. But we got to see JoJo again, and we have Pep. Pep is kind of upset, and she ain't feeling Briana right now, because Briana done distanced herself from Pep, and then she didn't invite Pep or Egypt to the intervention. And, Pep is feeling some type of way, so she's going to have to go talk to Bree, and she's going to have to go talk to, Dame Dash. But you know what? Pep and, TT are like, listen, we can handle the blows from Bree, but we can't handle her coming after Egypt, and I can't handle her coming after Egypt, because Egypt's just too sweet. And Kristinia, did Kristinia have a baby? Is she depressed? How did she gain all that weight so quick? Like, damn, like, I know I gotta lose weight too as well, but, Kristinia, she just gained my weight. Like, and then we got to see Adonis. He made some appearance on the show. So let's get into it. Let's talk. So let's talk about Boogie. Boogie just felt Boogie's at the intervention. Now he knows that he's set up. He thinks this is bullshit. He thinks this is wrong. And you have, Kristinia is there. His father's there. His father's girlfriend's there. And also Bree's there. And Ava and her boyfriend's there. Ava's boyfriend looks like, he's a meth head. He looks like he's on meth. So he looks like he needs a little bit of intervention. And this episode, Pep didn't look like she needed intervention, but last episode she looked like she was on something else, like she was on some drugs. Looked like she should have been joining Boogie in that meeting. So anyways, Boogie's feeling a certain type of way. Boogie was like, oh, this is a setup, this is so fake. Boogie's just so upset because he got the cameras. But the bottom line is Boogie doesn't want to go to rehab, and Boogie was not trying to go to rehab. Do you see Boogie with that yellow bag on? Him playing around with that yellow bag, putting it over his shoulder, just made him look like a junkie all day. I just felt so bad, because he looked like a junkie with that yellow bag. How he was moving around holding the bag. Dame Dash is calling his son hi. His face is all puffy. I was just like, damn, this is bad. Like, This is really bad, but you know what? This is something that we all need to see, especially a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers. Some people think it can't happen to them. And, Damon Dash is this multi-millionaire businessman that did everything, that went all over the world, but he got a son that is strung out on lean, alcohol, weeds, and Xanax. And he got the money to help. He has the resources. But that doesn't mean you can help somebody actually get clean from a disease that they're suffering from. So it's good to be aware, because Boogie done already had one DUI, about to have another one. So this can happen to anybody. And, Dame Dash says he feels like it's his punishment because he used to be a drug dealer. So Dame Dash is like, Dame Dash is like, yo, I'm here. I love you, Boogie. We here for you. I just want you to get some respect for yourself. I want you to enter this intervention. This intervention. I want you to, take full advantage of it. And so this is when Boogie was like, I would have more respect for you if you wouldn't have did this with the cameras. If the cameras wasn't here, I would have more respect for you. I would have took it more deeper. And so then that's when Dame Dash jumps up and like, y'all, get out of here. Like he's telling the records that, get out of here. Get out of here. And everybody's scared of Dame. Like, people still scared of Dame. Dame still got that kind of weight out here in these streets. So Dame is yelling for the cameras to get the hell out of here. The cameras are trying to sneak back in, trying to get back in, but they are kicked over, so they only got auto on the and so Boogie feels like he doesn't have a problem. He said right now he is sober. But it was like, didn't you just call Briana all messed up? Like, boy, come on, miss me with that bullshit. You are getting high. You are messed up. You live over a bar, dude. Every night you getting drunk. And, Dame Dash was like, well, if you don't want to go to this rehab or whatever, it's going to be an issue. Kristinia was like, yo, Boog, you expired me. There's like nothing you can do. You're just so happy. You just have so many goals and so determined. And he was like, right now, I just worry about your well-being. And so then you have Bree. She jumps in and she says a little something, but Kristinia cuts her off. So it's like some bullshit going on between them. And it's like Bree is boiling up because she doesn't want Kristinia there. I wonder why Kristinia was there and nobody else from the cast was actually invited. I don't know, but I know why Damon Dash didn't want Pep there, because he felt like she got something to do with his son being messed up, and that's not true. She didn't know he was doing lean, he was doing Xanax, he was drinking, like he had an alcoholism problem, and he was strung out on weed. Like, she didn't know none of that. So Boogie hears all these people say whatever they get to say, and he was like, yo, I think this is messed up. I'm not going to rehab. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I'm straight. And that's just the junkie talking. That's just the drugs talking about he's busy. He got things to do or whatever. And so, Boogie just gets up and he leaves. And everybody's like, I'm surprised he stayed this long. And Kristinia was like, he's probably just embarrassed. And Dame Dash like, he ain't embarrassed. He just don't give a shit. He just don't care, because if he cared, he would have got clean before the cameras. He knew that we was gonna be filming. He knew we was gonna be on TV. He would have got clean before. So now he know we got to do this. We got to film this shit. So now he wants to act up and make a big deal out of it. So Boogie runs out. The staff is running after Boogie or whatever. Dame Dash did not break a sweat. He did not get up and run after his son. And because that's just how some fathers are. They just that tough love. Like, I got a friend. He's so tough on his son. He don't play no games. And I'd be like, yo, you got to soften up. Like, that's just too much. And he still don't hear me. So moving on from that, Boogie's outside. He got this yellow bag, toting it around, pulling it around and putting on his neck, putting on his back. I just swear he just looked like a custody struggling on a corner, just all lost and confused. And so the counselors are talking to Boogie, and then everybody comes outside. And so they finally get Boogie. One of the counselors is convincing Boogie to go to, the rehab. And Boogie was like, yes, okay, I'm going to go to the rehab. I'm going to go to the rehab. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to rehab or whatever. So then one of the people run upstairs and tell Dame Dash that, your son's out here calling everybody, because Boogie was out there calling Dick, James, and Harry, and Marie, and Sunkiss, for a ride, and Uber and Lyft and everything else. So she runs upstairs, and they was like, oh, do an assessment on Boogie, do an assessment on him, an evaluation to make sure, like if he's suicidal, if he a danger to himself, if he a danger to others, and we have to get this shit straight. And so one of the counselors run upstairs. She told Damon Dash, like, yo, listen, we're going to have to do a 5150 on your son, because and Damon was like, what did he call? Did he say he was going to commit suicide? Did he say he was going to do anything wrong? Did he say he was going to hurt himself or anything? It was like, no. But the first sign of someone hurting themselves was when they call for rides. It was like, should I call for rides all day? No, son. I don't call for no rides. But I'm like, damn, motherfuckers can't call for a ride? They need to get up out of there. He don't want to go ride home with Bree, because Bree set him up for the intervention. So anyways, It was a good thing. So, Dame is like, so what are you going to do? So how are you going to restrain him? They was like, no, we're not going to restrain him. We're going to have to call the cops to restrain him. And when you say cops to a black man, especially Dame Dash, when he knows the system, he was like, cops? Oh, no. Now he's running down the hallway because he don't want no cops to come and touch his son or do anything to his son, because things could really happen when you call the police where someone could get killed quick, easy, in a hurry. I have seen people call the cops because somebody in their family was having a mental disturbance or going through a psychological issue. The cops came and killed their loved one. So, I understand. He was like, yo, so Dame Dash went downstairs. No one tells Dame Dash, or they didn't relay the message. The guy that was out there talking to Boogie or Briana, they didn't relay the message to Dame Dash that he actually agreed to go to rehab. So Dame Dash come down and was like, yo, you're gonna get a 5150 on you. The cops gonna come and get you. They gonna do this to you. And then Boogie's all nervous. Now, what do you mean? Who's gonna do some shit like that to me? It's just like, this is a straight drug addict like kind of conversation, intervention. Like, this shit is real. It's no joke. Or whatever, but I'm so glad Boogie's getting help. Boogie's such a cute guy, and he's a good kid, man. He just got some issues, man. That love, that's why your childhood is very important. You got to make it the best ever, because if you don't, that shit will haunt them when they become adults and teenagers. So anyways, so, Dame is going all wild and out, like, making him all nervous, even more paranoid, because Boogie's high. So Dame should know, like, he's high, him saying 5150. And so Boogie's, like, walking back and forth with the bag. Dame is all in his face, yelling. The guy that was talking to, Boogie, that left the scene, everybody stepped back. Everybody's scared of Dame, it seems. They are scared of Dame Dash. So, Dame Dash, and so then the other people, like, the counselor gets closer again to Boogie, and Dame Dash was like, yo, he said he was going to go to counseling. The Dame was like, you all right then, son. You all right, son. He hugs his son, kisses him. He's like, give me a hug. Give me a kiss. Boogie's like, oh, no, I want you to touch me. But he hugs him and he kissed him. So, I don't know why they was outside waiting. So, Bree was like, you know what? So, Bree was like... So now it's time for Bree to show out. So then Bree says, so that for some reason he agrees to go to rehab. Why they did not hop into the Uber that they came in with Bree and Boogie? How come there was like none of the counselors went with them or nothing? Like, the Boogie could have easily jumped out the car or whatever. So anyways, I don't know why they're sitting outside waiting. Dame is sitting out there waiting. So everybody just sitting there standing around when the ride is right there. Where was the driver? Going to get something to eat. So anyways, Bree was like, oh, you could say hello to me like a normal human being. And she says that to Kristinia. Kristinia was like, I did say hello to you. I did acknowledge you when you walked into the place. I said hi. And so then that's when Bree goes, well, you should acknowledge apology. And that's when, Kristinia was like, well, you should acknowledge apology. And then that's when Kristinia was like, oh no, you're not going to do this today, Bree. Kristinia was getting close into Bree's face. Bree's getting close into Kristinia's face. And you have Boogie he's turned sideways and he's looking with his jean jacket on, smiling. He's like looking at this drama go on. He's smiling and cheesing. And so then Adonis jumps in, and then they're trying to break up the women because they're putting their hands in each other's face. So trying to push both of them back. Then that's when Bree was like, no, get your grown man hands off of me. Don't know, man, your grown man hands should not be on me. And then that's when Adonis was like, I didn't have my hands on you. What are you talking about? I didn't have my hands on you at all. And Kristinia was like, no, he did not even touch you. And then that's when Adonis was like, if I would have had my hands on you, you wouldn't have been standing up or you wouldn't have been walking. That's a clear threat, Adonis. All you had to say was, I did not have my hands on you. And so then it goes on from there. And so they argue and Kristinia is trying to hit Bree. Kristinia is not backing down. She got some weight on her. She done had it. Like, she wants this smoke with Bree. Like, she ain't running. She ain't scared. She ain't trying to avoid her. She's not trying to be like Angela. She ain't running from the situation no more. She was like, well, if she gonna be on the show, I'm gonna be on the show. And plus, I'm a debauch. The debauch gets in these streets and they wild out. And anyways, does Briana continue to call herself Mary J. Blige's stepdaughter, because the divorce between Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaac was done today. They're officially divorced, and it must have cost Mrs. Mary J. Blige some millions, but they are done. So I don't know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say stepdaughter, continue to say stepdaughter. And so they going back and forth and look like they're about to fight. Dame is looking like, what the hell's going on with Bree? He was like, Bree's like people pushing her buttons. She's not an elevator. Bree just wanted that smoke. There was so much drama going on. Bree was feeling all that tension, the shit that she done been through in her life with her drug addiction. And she mentioned it, that she was talking about nobody helped her, nobody was there for her, and she didn't have rehab, nobody would do shit for her, whatever. And then seeing this and being involved in this situation, then seeing her enemy, which is not her enemy. They shouldn't even be fighting. They don't even got no real beef. They just be talking like smack, like everybody else talks smack on these shows. But anyways, Bree was having her little breakdown, and then, Kristinia, she's going through some things or whatever she's going through, because clearly she done ate like 3 refrigerators. Like, she was skinny last season. Like, I was skinnier last year too as well. So shit happens. But anyways, I don't know if she been pregnant, or is she pregnant, or what? Did she have a miscarriage? Did she have an abortion? What's the deal? What's going on? I'm just assuming. So that situation, they're arguing. And they finally break it up. And so then Damon Dash was like, what's going on? Why are these two arguing? My son's about to die here. My son's about to commit suicide. He's about to die from drugs. And these two idiots out here arguing. So Boogie and Bree jumps in the car and they go. And then that's when, Boogie said that he's never going to talk to his father, and he's never going to be bothered with his father again. He thinks he's going to have a relationship with him. And that's when Boogie says that, like, yo, listen. And he talks about, like, he was supposed to go to rehab a long time ago, but his father wouldn't pay the $65,000 for him to go to the rehab. And so he feels like it's kind of bullshit for his father wanting him to go to rehab now, but before he was like he wasn't going to pay for it, because he probably believed that Boogie can actually, he could fight over it. He could be strong. He has his father genes, that he can fight, he can overcome the situation, but it just didn't happen. And so, he's in rehab, and thank God that he is in rehab. He's there, and he's opening up, and he's just talking about how bad he wanted love and acknowledgement from his father, and he didn't get it. So, and he wanted more of a father-son relationship instead of a boss-employee type of relationship. Someone he can talk to, someone that can be his best friend. And plus, he moved away to New York with his father, and he has no family, no friends out there in L.A. And that's another thing. And he feels very lonely. And he probably felt very lonely for a long time. And so we move on to Egypt. So before then, we get, what is her name? Vanessa and Angela. And Angela finds out that, hey, listen, she's going to get this deal with Coogee, and she can no longer work with her sister, so she got to go break the bad news to Vanessa. She breaks the news with Vanessa. Vanessa's upset. Vanessa's feeling some type of way. She's feeling slighted. She's feeling this. She feels like, Angela doesn't want to work with her, and she wants to know why. She was like, you didn't come to my fashion show, New York Fashion Week. You were supposed to get measured and come out. You told me you was on your way, and you didn't even show up. You just was a no-show when you told me you was on your way. And it was like, we can't work together. Like, why? And then Vanessa's like, we're stronger together. Like, I believe that she's right. They are stronger together as a team, as a brand, much stronger, especially in 2018 when you have so many different brands that are out here and so many different new faces. I think Vanessa and Angela together as a good combination, a good team. JoJo also kind of agrees with Vanessa that Angela is slighting her. Like, there's a reason why Angela don't really want to work with Vanessa. I don't know why she don't want to work with Vanessa. I don't know. Like, damn, she don't want to work with her sister. Shit happens sometimes. That's how blood, but I think. And then so JoJo was like, so you gotta you're signing a non-competitive contract against yourself. Like, this is your shit. It's not like you're competing against anybody else. It's your stuff. Like, and it's different type of brand. And Vanessa's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that she can work on the mommy blog and the mommy sportswear and things like that. So JoJo was like, they need to sit down and have a talk. And you got Romeo. Romeo's getting questioned about Angela. And he's feeling Angela, but they're just friends. And he understands that she just had a fiance. She just had a baby. So ain't nothing happened. And nothing happened with Romeo and Angela out there in Orlando, Florida. But they did ask Romeo, his friends, while he was working out, what's up with TT. He was like, nothing really much up with TT. But I don't know. Everybody was like, yo, she do them squats. It seems like you got something going on. So we see Romeo calling TT. But TT done seen Romeo all up in Orlando with Angela, but she ain't jealous. She's a little jealous, but she still got the door open for him. So I don't know what's Bree is just too much for Romeo. Romeo can't handle Bree, not even close to a long shot. Master P would end up choking Bree, or he would have to call the ghetto girls on her. He had to get bout it with some girls on Bree, because she would totally flip Romeo life upside down. So basically that's it. Peace, I'm out, one love. And what else happened? That's really it. But it was a really good episode. It was ups and downs. Peace, I'm out, one love.